All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Yahweh, which is the name of the Most High, and Yahushai, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. A few weeks ago, I was asked a question on the comment board by a well-respected brother. I believe the brother's name is Mike's. Slovakia, brother, if I don't remember your name or pronounce it correctly, I have 1,000, names I gotta remember, but the brother is, very respectable, right? The brother's been around for, I want to say maybe 2 years or something on the comment board. So I have much respect for this brother, side joke. This brother, right? I have much respect for this brother. Yeah, even though we might, disagree on, certain, topics in the scriptures, I still have much respect for this brother, okay? I don't believe I got his name in the photo here, but Salakia, who you are. But he wanted me to answer a question regarding what relationships are allowed in the scriptures. Okay, which is really a two-part question, because he also asked about at what point can you be engaged to a female, which I'm gonna do a separate video on that. I'm gonna have to. I have it set up, but I don't have the time today to do it. But I wanted to handle this part of the question, okay? And the question is here. I got the main point. It said, do you think you can do a video on relationships that are allowed and not allowed? This and other lie that I believe many people here especially believe, such as not being allowed to marry a cousin. But I could be wrong, so I would like to hear your 2 cents on the topic. Okay, so basically it's around, what relationships are allowed. Okay, who are you allowed to, sleep with, and who are you not allowed to? And, to put it short, okay, from my understanding, which I will say, Salakia, I don't have all of the scriptures here to bring out, but you can look them up yourself. The scriptures tell you in the book of the Leviticus that, you shall not sleep with your father's wife, which is what? Your mother. Okay, so that's one relationship that you're not allowed to engage in. Another one is you're not allowed to, sleep with your sister. Okay, you're not allowed to sleep with your, your blood sister. Okay, that's one thing that's not allowed. Okay, however, one thing that is allowed in the scriptures is being able to sleep with your cousin. Okay, you are able to sleep with your cousin. Now, I'm not saying to go out and do this, but according to the scriptures, you can do it, man. All right, you can marry your cousin, okay, which according to the Bible, sex is marriage, okay. What is that? Genesis 24:67, right? Genesis 24:67, right? Isaac took Rebekah into his mother's tent, and she became his wife. Now, what are they doing there? Obviously, he laid with the woman, and that consummates, them becoming one, man. Okay. Anyway, just to prove my point about how you can sleep with your cousin. When I say sleep, I mean marry your, your cousin, right? Or in other words, be in a sexual, relationship with your cousin. All right, now, again, I'm not saying to go do this today, but if you do it, all right, if you do inside joke, it's a joke, but if you do that today, for lack of better words, it is okay according to the scriptures. All right, it's not a sin. The scriptures say where there is no law, there is no transgression. So nobody can show me in the scriptures where it says that you can't eat fried chicken, so therefore it's not a sin. Very simple. Anyway, Genesis 29 and verse 9, it says, and while he yet spake with them. Actually, do I want to start above? I'll start from here. If you want to read the entire chapter, it's Genesis the 29th chapter, but I'm just going to get the point to prove my statement, okay? Genesis 29 and verse 9. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, daughter of Laban, his mother's brother. Look at there. I'll read that verse again. And when it come to pass, when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother. So we have that established, that Rachel is Jacob's cousin, okay? Says, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flocks of Laban, his mother's brother. And Jacob kissed Rachel, and lifted up his voice and wept. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father. And it came to pass, when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob his sister's son, that he ran to meet him, and embraced him, and kissed him, and brought him to his mother's house, and told Laban all these things. Not sure how far down I want to go, but the point of the matter is to pretty much prove the point. Then anyway, says Laban said unto him, Surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. Laban said unto Jacob, Because thou art my brother, beholdest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall be thy wages? And Laban had 2 daughters. Remember, Laban is Jacob's his uncle. Okay, the brother of his mother. Okay, so Rachel is his daughter, which would be Jacob's cousin. Okay, it says Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. And Jacob loved Rachel, and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel thy daughter. And Laban said, It is better that I give her to thee, than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had for her. Okay, so pretty much that's pretty much the whole lesson right there. Okay, that pretty much answers the my brother's point, of his comment here. Okay, is it allowed to sleep with your cousin according to the Bible? And the answer is yes. You can marry your cousin according to the Bible. Now, I'm not saying to go do that today, but nevertheless, according to the scriptures, you can do it, as the example I clearly have given. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this brother believes in, polygamy, which is in the scriptures, by the way, but, he can comment down below, if he has any questions about that. But, pretty much, that's going to be the video there. Okay, so, as far as the sexual relationship you can be in a relationship with your cousin. You cannot be in one with your close family, such as, your sister or your mother. Okay, that's one thing. That's a no-no right there. You can't do that according to the scriptures. But as far as your cousin, that's allowable according to the Most High. All right, so, if this brother had any, other questions, which I know he did have another that was about, when you're allowed to, be engaged to a woman, which I will handle that topic in a different video, at a, later date. But yeah, I know you asked that, so I will answer that in another video. But hope this was edifying. Okay, and again, you can read the entire chapter, Genesis, the 29th chapter, for yourself to get the entire understanding. Just to prove the point, I brought that up. Okay, but anyway, I hope that video was edifying. I also want to apologize that it took me about 3 or 4 weeks to to get a video up for you. I sincerely apologize about that. I had a few things going on in my life that I had to, take care of, and I still had to take care of, but, it's lucky about that. So, I hope that was very edifying. That being said, I can say shalom.